You're a teacher ready to tap students into 21st century learning, but teaching with technology adds a whole new layer of knowledge and expertise.
Teachers are using different technology integration framework models to reflect on how they are effectively using technology in today's classroom.
We'll look at several of the framework models. TPAC and Samurai are the two popular main technology integration frameworks being used right now.
I think it's important for teachers to evaluate their teaching strategies. From my perspective, speaking now as somebody who has taught for many years, there's an aspect of saying, well, how can I do this better? The tools we had for digital storytelling and so on could really make a change. So that's what triggered the desire to research the topic and eventually led to the SAMR model.
You can use SAMR to reflect upon how you are integrating technology into your classroom. Is it an act of substitution, augmentation, modification, or redefinition? Dr. Puentedura likens his model to moving up a ladder. The model includes a dotted line that represents the threshold where you shift from using technology to enhance learning to using it to transform learning. Transforming learning promotes higher order thinking skills, such as analyzing, evaluating, and creating, which are essential to Common Core State standards in 21st century learning. TPAC, or Technological, Pedagogical, Content Knowledge, is a framework that helps teachers consider how their knowledge domains intersect in order to effectively teach and engage students with technology. It's an approach that looks at the combination of what teachers know, how they teach, and the role of technology in order to better impact student learning. First, consider three domains: content knowledge, pedagogical knowledge, and technological knowledge. Content knowledge, CK, is the what, your understanding and expertise of the subject area you teach, whether it's science, social studies, math, language arts, or all of the core curricular areas. Pedagogical knowledge, PK, is the how, your expert knowledge of the art and science of teaching. From learning theories to instructional design, PK includes methods of teaching and assessment, like project-based learning, as well as instructional strategies like Think, Pair, Share. Knowledge of these principles helps you design successful learning experiences for each individual. Pedagogical content knowledge, or PCK, is the intersection of the pedagogical and content areas, the knowledge you have of how to effectively engage students in learning concepts and skills. This knowledge includes approaches for addressing different learning styles and scaffolding content for deeper understanding knowledge, or TK. TK represents your knowledge about the tools, including how to select, use, and integrate technology into your curriculum. But it's not just about the devices. It's also the quality of content that students access through apps, websites, and games for learning. Technical content knowledge, or TCK, refers to how technology is used in a subject area for deep and lasting learning. For instance, to further their understanding of a topic, budding scientists can use sophisticated tools to collect evidence, make observations, and document findings. Interactive software then allows them to see their data represented in various ways. Application of such technologies can help deepen individual students' inquiry within a given discipline. Technological pedagogical knowledge, or TPK, is your understanding of how to choose and manage technology for your students. For instance, what technology will best ease your students' workflow throughout their exploration of the scientific method? How can you use collaboration tools to have students share their learning with each other? This knowledge about technology will advance your teaching. The dynamic interplay of all three components is TPAC, the heart of innovative teaching. And knowing that each student, each teacher, and each classroom differs, the dotted line around the framework symbolizes the context that affects how TPAC is applied in a practical sense. To start with your content and pedagogy, and then layer in technology. Sometimes we get excited about a new technology, and then we design a lesson around that particular tool. But in doing so, it's easy to lose sight of goals and objectives for student learning. TPAC reminds us that technology is just part of great teaching.
Another model that can be used is TIP, Technology Integration Planning. This model gives teachers a general approach to addressing challenges involved in integrating technology in their teaching methods, and provides a guide on procedures and issues to address each of the TIP model phases. Each phase is accompanied by a checklist of questions. Phase 1 is to determine the relative advantage. Ask, What outcomes do you expect from using the new methods? What is the advantage to this technology? Next is phase 2. Decide on objectives and assessments. Why should I use this method? Decide the skills or objectives that you want your students to learn from technology-integrated lessons and how to access if the student is retaining the information and how effectively the activity was carried out. Here is phase 3. Design integration strategies need to consider the characteristics of their topic and the needs of their students and then decide on a course of action that will meet both needs within the constraints of their classroom environment. Next is phase 4. Prepare the instructional environment. The teacher needs to organize the teaching environment so that technology integration can be successfully carried out, that proper resources are available like hardware, software, and technical support. 5 is evaluate and revise integration strategies, evaluation issues. Teachers should ask themselves to evaluate the lesson, ask questions like, were the objectives achieved? What do students say? Could improving instructional strategies improve results? Have I integrated technology well? Technologies do not create improvements. It's how the teacher utilizes technology that is most crucial.
In education, we are inundated with software, hardware, online resources, and new pedagogical methods that incorporate technology. The question is, how do we analyze their effectiveness in our classrooms? How do we ensure that our students are truly engaged in 21st century learning? If we start with the premise that technology is a tool, not a learning outcome, then we can employ the use of a framework to analyze teacher use of technology. The Levels of Teaching Innovative Framework, otherwise known as LOTI, was first designed in 1994 by Dr. Chris Morsch with the intention of assessing authentic technology use in the classroom. The framework has evolved over time to focus on the aspects of technology that relate to 21st century learning, specifically the promotion of higher order thinking, student-centered learning, and authentic assessment. The LOTI framework has not only been used to date in over 60 doctoral dissertation studies, but it can easily be used for teacher self-directed analysis of their technology integration into their own classroom instruction. A teacher can reflect upon their practice and assess not only their use of digital tools and resources, but they can also use the framework to analyze their pedagogical approaches to learning. It can truly bring a teacher closer to incorporating 21st century learning by moving them towards a more project-based, authentic, student-centered classroom that has technology seamlessly embedded into every aspect of their instruction.
I like to think of the TIM, the Technology Integration Matrix, as a framework for how we teach. It's kindergarten through 12th grade teachers a way to plan, implement, and evaluate technology in the classroom.
Tools of technology are more than just fancy devices. They are vital to the way students learn and interact with the world. TIM is an active matrix where you'll find amazing models of what it can look like when technology is integrated in all levels of instruction and learning environments. No matter where you are, this matrix reflects all levels of skills and experience. You'll find 5 different levels of technology integration. Ask yourself, how comfortable are you with using technology in the classroom? Are you just starting out at the basic entry level, using technology for direct instruction? Are you looking to adopt already available technology tools? Do you want to help students select and adapt these tools to solve real-world problems? Are you inspired to infuse technology across multiple disciplines? Or are you ready to transform your classroom into a project-based learning environment where technologies are a critical component of all aspects of learning? Use the drop-down arrows to picture the classroom you want to create. Much of this depends on the resources you have available and the level of depth you want your students to go. Click on any one of these 25 cells and you will find 2 grade-specific lesson plans, each containing a short video showing the lesson in action.
We have taken a brief look at only 5 technology integration framework models. There are many models available and new ones being developed. While conceptually all the models are useful, they do have their limitations.